We're gonna start in a parallel position, so just bringing your feet right underneath your hips, okay? Start to think about the alignment of your body. Okay, so trying to bring that pelvis into a neutral position, so we're not tucking, not sticking your butt out at all. Just find a nice neutral position so your pelvis is right underneath your shoulders. Okay, and then drawing the abdominals in and up, finding that length through the back line of your body. From here, let's just start to take a nice big breath in, and we'll reach the arms up. And then exhale, lower down. Big inhale. And exhale. Inhale up and hold. From here, you're going to squat all the way down. Extend your arms forward. So lift up, circle the arms around, squat back. Feel those glutes as you lift all the way up and around. Let's just do that a couple more times. Scoop the arms forward. Circle them around. One more time. I lied. One more time. Forward and up. Now from here, we're just going to reach the arms forward, squat down, stay on your heels. You're going to just place your weights down in front of you and walk out into your leg pull front or your plank. So we're going to stay in parallel, pushing those heels back. Try to find a nice straight line. I want you to pull those abdominals up and think about trying to drag your toes forward and the heels of your hands back. Bringing the energy to the center of your body. Holding here for about 5 more seconds. Try to feel that energy, pulling to center. And then bend your knees, walk your hands back to your hand weights. And all the way up. Inhale and exhale. Couple more times, we're going to do that sequence just one more time here. So just starting to warm up, feel those glutes as you press up to standing. One more time. Good. From here, lower all the way down from your squat. Stay in those heels. Set your butt back. Set your weights down. Walk it out. Find that plank position. Just start to warm up your core. Pushing your heels away. Drawing the heels of your hands back towards your toes that are trying to pull forward. And then bend your knees. Walk it back in. Grab your hand weights. And stack your spine all the way back up. Now from here, we're going to lift the heels up, coming into a releve and pull the heels together, finding your Pilates V. So your Pilates V is like, just should be nice and small, like a slim piece of pie. Make sure you're not overly rotated out. Okay, from here, we're bringing the weights down in front of us. And I want you to imagine underneath your weight, you have a string with a bunch of heavy bricks, okay, that are kind of just weighing down underneath. And from here, we're going to go into a little balance sequence. So I want you to draw your inner thighs together by wrapping your seat. Your heels should stay connected the whole time. Abdominals pulled in and up, shoulders right over your pelvis. From here, on an inhale, lift your heels up. And you're just going to bring the hands all the way up to your throat. And then on the exhale, you're lowering your heels slowly back down. So inhale, you're pulling up those heavy bricks. Heels are lifting, exhale. It's almost like you're pushing a shovel into the dirt as you slowly lower your heels down. Squeeze those inner thighs and heels. So balance here is the focus. Trying to keep the heels connected as you rise up. Pressing the balls of your feet into the ground. Wrapping your seat even more each time. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. This time we'll inhale, come all the way up and hold. So now you're in your elevate position. Arms are going to come out to the side. So maybe keeping those arms slightly in front of your body. Try to keep the inner thighs and the heels squeezing as if there's a $100 bill between each of them. From here, we'll do a little tiny bend of the knees or a demi-plie. So as you start to bend your knees, you're actually thinking about growing taller, getting longer, and then stop at wherever you're going to get to and think about pressing your knees back to the wall behind you. Now push your heels together energetically, find your glutes and hamstrings and stand up. And again, you're going down as if you're sliding down a wall. Keep your shoulders over your pelvis the whole time. Press those knees back and then push yourself up. Let's do that 2 more times. Little demi-plie. Find those glutes to help bring you back up. Those heels should stay connected. Don't go so low that you lose that connection with your heels. Now we'll stay in our elevate position. and do some little arm circles. So thinking about those arm circles going back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. Forward, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. From here, lower all the way down. So now our heels are on our mat. Sorry, my mat's a little sticky. And we're gonna lift all the way back up. So on your next inhale, you're gonna lift your heels up off of your mat, extending your arms forward. Okay, at shoulder height, make sure those shoulder blades are gliding down into your back pockets. We'll take a big breath in, press the arms all the way back behind you. Feel those triceps engaged. Try to keep your balance as you gaze to your right, over your right shoulder, over to your left, forward, and then lower your heels down as you float your arms back out in front of you. Inhale, press down. This is just a chest expansion. This time, look over to your left, look over to your right, look center, exhale and release down. Inhale, press, press, look right, look left, look center, exhale, release, last time. Inhale to press it back. Look to your left, look to your right, look center, exhale, lower all the way down. Now we're gonna lift up just one more time here. Press those arms back. I really want you to push your triceps to the back of your arms towards the wall behind you. Pull those abdominals in and up. Find that wrap in your seat and start to just press the arms back. Inhaling for 5 presses and exhaling for 5 presses. Little pulses. Inhale. Keep those shoulders out of your ears. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. See if you can press back even further. Exhale. Last set. Inhale. And exhale. Lower all the way down. And from here, we're going to walk to the other end of the mat so that we can lower ourselves all the way down. So just bring one foot behind the other. Think about growing taller as you set yourself down on to your mat. From here, I'm just going to actually change the position of my mat so you can see me. No, actually, sorry, I'm going to say it like this for now. We're going to go right into some roll-ups, okay? So if you're still tight this morning, you can do the good morning roll-up, okay? So you can start with your knees bent. Let's bring those hand weights down to the sides of our legs. And from here, you're going to let your hands and the weights just kind of scrape along your mat as you roll your spine down, straighten your legs. Reach your arms all the way back behind you on an inhale. Exhale, you start to come up again. If you need to bend those knees, bend the knees as you come up. Okay? Otherwise, we're keeping those legs nice and straight, big forward fold here. So you're just dragging your knuckles and the weight along the mat. Once that head hits, inhale to reach the arms back. Try to keep the ribs from flaring up. Exhale, the chin comes to the chest. Hollow out your tummy as you stretch and reach forward. Just doing that a few times here. Working with your breath. Inhale, those arms are going back. Exhale, you peel your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Hollow out your tummy. Resist coming forward. And take a big stretch forward. Let's just do 2 more. 2 more here. Now, the next time you're on your back, we're going to stay in this supine position. So you're going to stay on your back here. Okay. Let your hand weights and your hands just be right on the outside of your hips. Draw your knees into your chest. We're going into our roll over. Okay. So legs will extend up to 90 degrees. You'll tip the legs away and then lift up and over. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to turn and change my view for you. From here, just hold this position if you can, resting on your thoracic shelf. Think about reaching the arms long, okay, and almost as if you're trying to stretch those hand weights a little bit. So almost like this energy going out laterally to the sides. Now from here, we'll flex the feet, open them about shoulder distance, and roll slowly down. Keep reaching those arms long, keep your shoulders lifted. You'll come down to your working level, pull the heels together, and go up and over again. And then flex the feet, open, roll down gently, one vertebrae at a time. Lower the legs to your working level, and then up and over. Flex the feet, open, roll down on your spine. Pull the heels together. This time, leave the legs separated, soft toes, up and over. See if you can get your pelvis further back. Flex your feet, pull your heels together. Now as you roll down, see if you can get your knees to come closer to your nose and hollow your tummy away from your thighs. Again, the legs go down, they open, up and over. We have two more here. Keep reaching those arms long. Arms are reaching long on your mat. Last time. Good. Now from here, just pull your knees into your chest. Sorry, I'm just changing my view here again. Pull your knees into your chest, and then straighten your legs out long on your mat again. So from here, we're gonna curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. You're gonna gaze down at your ankles, draw your shoulders out of your ears, float your arms up so that they're above the height of your hips. Float your legs up to your working level in your Pilates V and start pumping for your 100. Inhaling, 2, 3, 4, 5, like you're slapping water to make little waves in the ocean. 3, 4, 5, soften your knees and scoop your belly down even more. So everything on your back should be nice and flat on the mat, just those shoulders are lifted up. Keep breathing, inhaling for 5 and exhaling for 5. See if you can curl up even further. Inhaling and exhaling. One more set. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, pull your knees in, grab your shins, and just take a moment. That's why we're not using heavy weights. Okay, we're gonna take a roll up to come up to a seated position. So make sure the front and back of your ribs are connected. On that exhale, you come all the way up. Now from here, I'm gonna turn again. We are going to start with just a nice, simple roll back. So I'm gonna actually straighten my legs. If you feel like you need to have your knees bent for this exercise, you can, okay? So we're gonna bring our hands into a circle. Think rowing. We're going into our rowing series here, okay? So I've got my knuckles facing away. My elbows are slightly lifted, okay? But they are a little lower than the height of my shoulders. Now from here, all I'm gonna do is take a big breath in to prepare, and on the exhale, hollow out my tummy. And I'm gonna start to just slowly tip my hips, my pelvis back, trying to keep my legs flat on my mat as I roll back to my working level. And here you're gonna hold. Try to draw those abdominals down. The shape of your arms should not have changed at all. And then you'll bring yourself back up again. So again, the shape of your arms doesn't change. It's like you have a big beach ball between your elbows and your chest and your knuckles. We're rolling back to your working level. Maybe this time you can go back a little bit lower and hold. Draw your abdominals down into your lower back and then come all the way back up, resisting your body as you come forward. Now this time, we're gonna go back again. We're gonna hold. So wherever your working levels, remember your knees could be bent. Okay, we're gonna open the arms out and in. Inhale, out. Keep pulling those abdominals down and in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We should all be working hard here. Last one, keep your arms out to the side. Dive forward like you're bringing your head through a window pane. Bring your arms behind you. Now here, draw your shoulders out of your ears. Press those triceps up. Pull your belly away from your thighs. And you want to feel like you're like a turtle popping out of a shell. And then start to circle those arms around, palms facing away, till you come right over your feet, restack your spine, and we start again. So now we've actually entered the full rowing series. If just the rollback works for you, just do the rollback. Don't do the full rowing. So here, inhale, prepare. Exhale. Tip your hips and your pelvis back. Keep hollowing out that tummy. Good. You open those arms out to the side. Dive forward as the arms press back behind you. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Press your triceps up. Take a big stretch. Arms circle out wide as the knuckles come together over your feet. You restack and we go one more time. Exhale brings you back. Arms extend out. Dive your head forward. Push those arms behind you. Press your triceps up. Circle your arms out wide. Hold here for a big forward fold stretch. Pull your nose down towards your shin. And then restack your spine. Sit up nice and tall. From here, we'll go right into our rowing from the chest. Okay, so we've got shoulders over pelvis and elbows stretching back. Hi, buddy. Elbows stretching back toward the wall behind you. So posture is the key here, keeping those shoulders down out of your ears and isolated as you move. Soft toes, relax your quads just a little bit, pull the belly in, and just give me a tiny little hinge at your waist forward, tiny hinge. Okay, from here, only the arms are moving. Inhale brings the arms forward and up on a diagonal. Exhale, you tap your fingertips to the mat. Inhale, you reach all the way up, biceps to ears. Exhale, circle the arms around. Bend when you get to chest height, pull those elbows back to start again. So it's an inhale to go forward and up. Exhale to tap your mat and grow taller. Inhale to lengthen through your spine. Sit up taller, taller, taller. Exhale, circle all the way around. We've got two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, keep those shoulders down. Now get taller. Perch up on your bottom as you circle those arms around. One more time. Inhale, keep those ribs in. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good, now we're going from the hip. So here, we're gonna bring the leg completely together. Flex your feet. Give me as many little creases on the front of your ankles as you can. Flex those feet so hard. Soft bend to the elbows. I've got my knuckles on the mat. You're gonna drag forward here. Take a big breath in, elongate through the spine. On the exhale, you round forward, and we're gonna reach those knuckles long on the mat towards your heel. Keep hollowing out your tummy. Push your hips back. Now imagine you have your carriage underneath you. You're keeping it still. As you come up, 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 up. And when your head is right over your shoulders, shoulders over your hip, the arms circle around and you come back home. The inhale is the preparation. The exhale, you hollow out your tummy. Drag your knuckles along the mat. Reach for your heels. Hold, push your hips back. Pull your belly off your thigh. Shoulders are down on your back as you come up, lengthening your spine. Articulate all the way up. Circle around. You've got two more. Exhale brings you forward. Hollow out that tummy. Last one. Exhale to come forward. You should feel that big stretch on those hamstrings. Push your hips back. Deepen into your stretch. Shoulders down. They're gliding into your back pockets as you find length in your spine. Come all the way up. Circle your arms all the way around. Now bring those legs apart on your mat with the feet still flexed. Let's do a spine stretch forward. This should feel like nothing after those rowing exercises. So we'll bring our arms out in front of us, shoulders down, sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in. On that exhale, start to round up and over that giant beach ball. Maybe you can bring your weights to the mat. Hollow out your tummy. Pull your head towards your belly button. Hollow that tummy away from your head. And then 3 counts to stack back up. An inhale is the preparation. The exhale brings you forward. Hollow out your tummy. Round forward. Pull your head towards your belly and pull your belly away from your head. Inhale to come up. 3 counts. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, you go forward. Keep those shoulders out of your ears. Last one. Pull those shoulders out of your ears, Jerry. Nice. Good. From here, we're opening our arms out to a T, sitting up as tall as we can. Arms are slightly out in front of us for a stop. So we're going into rotation here. Okay, so on your inhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Don't let that left hip move. And then we shave our pinky finger off with our pinky toe. reach in opposition, pull that left hip back. Inhale, you come all the way up and switch. Exhale, you're reaching and reaching and reaching. Inhale to come up. Exhale. Really working through the midsection of your body and those ribs. Trying to stay out of your hips. Stay out of your hip flexors as much as you can. One more time each side. Whatever side you're reaching to, the opposite hip is trying to pull back to keep your hips level. Good. We're going to bring the arms all the way down to your sides. And from here, we're just going to make a transition and come up onto our knees and finish our rowing exercises. So I want you to have you're on the balls of your feet with your heels together. So you know when you're in this position, this really helps you engage the backside of your body. So the more you energetically pull your heels together, the more you'll feel the glutes and the hamstrings turn on, okay? Shoulders, hips, knees, all in alignment. And then from there, I want you to bring your arms out in front of you, okay? And see if you can hinge forward just a tiny bit without letting the balls of your feet come off of the mat. You got to pull those abdominals all the way in and up. Find your glutes. And then from here, we'll open those arms out. Don't let them go behind your shoulders. Staying in your peripheral for hug a tree. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, hug your tree. Think about your core doing all of the work. So cinching in your waist on that exhale to hug your tree. This should be a lot of work. If you're slightly tipping forward, you should feel all of that work into your backside to hold you up and not fall forward. So get right on the edge of where you're like, I'm just about to fall over. And that's where you need to be. You should feel the shoulder blades coming together as the arms open and then moving away from each other as you close. Let's just do one more here. Open the arms out wide. And now we've got shave the head. Okay, so bring those knuckles together, stay hinging forward. Make sure your ribs are pulled in so we're not flaring the ribs out. Okay, and then inhale to shave up. Shoulders out of your ears. Exhale as you shave down, those elbows gently stretch back towards the wall behind you. Keeping those ribs pulled in. My glutes and hamstrings are on fire. If yours aren't, tip forward. Do something. Squeeze those heels together more. Wrap your seat more. The inhale brings those arms up. The exhale brings them down. Inhale and exhale. Bring your arms all the way down to the sides of your body. And from here, we are actually going to put our weights away and go into some bridging. So you can set your weights down, okay, and lie down, set up for a bridge. So we all know bridge, okay? Bring your heels in close. You can have your legs together or slightly separated, whatever works for you, okay? My left knee gives me trouble, so I keep my legs a little separated, and that works better for me. So from here, again, finding that positioning where you have that chest expansion that we started with, where those arms are pressing back, the triceps are engaged. You're reaching your fingertips long on the mat, so the upper body is completely active here. Okay, and on your inhale, we prepare. The exhale, you imprint your spine, hollow out your tummy, peel your hips up, and come up into a nice bridge. Really trying to come up onto that thoracic shell, get a nice long line, reach your knees long away from you. And on your next exhale, articulate down slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Bring your bottom as close to your heels as you can when you set down. Let's just do that 2 more times. So it's an inhale to prepare, an exhale, find that imprint, and peel your hips up. Just a nice warm up. Really thinking about the feet driving down into your mat, as if someone is holding onto the tops of your feet. One more time. Good, now this next time we're gonna come up and hold. So from neutral, we imprint, we peel up, get up as high as you can. Now start to think about shifting more of your weight into your left foot. So really pressing that left foot down and pushing up through your glutes and hamstrings. We're drawing the right knee in and straight up to the ceiling. From here, you're gonna poke little holes in your ceiling above you. You're gonna press up for 1, and then 2, little pulses. It's just up and down, like up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. Driving that left foot down into the ground. Feeling those smaller glute muscles even starting to turn on and work here. Last one. Good. Now let's extend that leg forward. Keep your hips level. Flex your foot. Kick it back. Point it to come forward. Keep those hips level. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex and point. Flex, point. Foot comes all the way down. Drag it in. And let's just articulate down. Taking just a second. And then we'll come right back up. So from your neutral pelvis, imprint your spine, peel all the way up here. Bring your left knee in this time. Right foot is pressing down. Extend your leg up and poke those little holes in your ceiling. Inhale, exhale. Trying to keep the hips as level as you can. Last one. Now we extend that left leg forward. Flex. You've got kick it back, point forward. Flex and point. Flex and point. 2 more. All the way down to the mat. Drag that foot in and slowly articulate down. Nice. Just draw your knees into your chest. And from here, let's bring our forehead up towards that little space between our knees. Grab as low as you can down towards your shin or behind your thighs, whatever works for you. Start to rock forward and back. We're going to come up to a seated position without letting our feet touch. So you're going to be set up for rolling like a ball. Don't let those feet touch. You're staying on your balance point here. Okay. So I'm going to turn and face you again. Again, the tighter you are, the harder it is. Okay. So if you need to loosen up, go ahead. We're going to go right into rolling like a ball. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll back. Don't let your head touch the mat. Don't let your feet touch the back. You're rolling your spine like a wheel. Just give me a few here. Nice little massage. Last one. Come up and hold your balance. Holding here. Bring your both hands to your ankle. Okay. You guys mute yourselves if you have background noise, okay? I know I have background noise, but I can't mute myself. Okay. Now we're gonna extend the right leg out. And then the left leg. Remember, you can always hold down here. You can always bend your knees. Now we're going right into open leg rocker. So either holding this position, lifting your chest, pulling those abdominals away from your thighs, shoulders down, gaze towards your belly, roll back, keep your head off the mat, come right back up. Sit up nice and tall. Roll back. Don't let your head touch the mat. We're only going to shoulders. Roll back to come up. Roll back to come up. Let's do one more. Roll back to come up and hold. Bring your legs together. Shoulders out of your ears. Lift your chest a little bit higher. Take the legs apart on an inhale. Exhale, pull them together. Inhale apart. Exhale, pull them together. Inhale, sit up taller and exhale. Hi, puppy. Inhale and exhale. We've got one more. Then we'll leave the legs together. And you know it. Let go. You're in your teaser. Okay, and from here, we lower down nice and slow. Arms and legs coming down at the same time, articulating through your spine. Lower all the way to your mat. And from here, we're going right into corkscrew. I'm going to give you the different variations, so depending upon where you are in your practice today, you can decide which one you want to do. So we'll float the legs up to 90 degrees. The legs work as one unit. Think of them as like a windshield wiper. They're gonna wash off your windshield to the right, keeping the hips and pelvis square. They circle around away from you, over to the other side, back to center. That upper body stays nice and still. Then I go to the left, circle around, And your circles will be as big as you can make them, keeping your torso nice and still. Okay, if you want to progress, right, we tip the legs away, roll over to jackknife. Jackknife your legs up. Okay, you're on your thoracic shelf. Windshield wiper your legs to the right. Roll down, around, and jackknife up to the left. Come down on the left, circle to the right. Roll over to jackknife. So we already practiced our rollover, right? Sorry, I'm just gonna watch. You roll over, legs are parallel to the floor, jackknife them up, then keep your hips and your pelvis still as the legs circle to one side, around and up to the other. Finish equaling out right and left sides, and then just pull your knees into your chest. Good, so from here, we're going right into our ab 5 series, you guys. You know this one. Okay, we're gonna do 6 of each. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Right leg stays in, left leg goes out. Outside hand angle, inside hand, knee. I should do what I say. You've got pull, pull, switch, other leg. Pull, pull, switch. 2, 3, 4. Pull your belly away from your thighs. Curl up higher. Both knees in, double leg stretch. Inhale, arms and legs go in opposition. Biceps toward the ears. Exhale, arms circle, knees pulling, tug, tug. Inhale. Exhale. 3, 4, 5. Last one. Scissors, right leg up, left leg long. Tug, tug, switch. Like a sharp pair of scissors. 2, 3, pull your forehead closer to your knee. 4, 5, 6. Legs stay up. Hands behind the base of your neck. Curl up nice and tall. Inhale, legs tip away to your working level. Exhale, they come up. Inhale. Exhale. Draw the belly down as the legs move away from you. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Crisscross. Right leg bends in, left leg goes long. Opposite elbow to knee. Stay lifted off your shoulders. Exhale to twist. Switch. Inhale. Exhale to twist. Couple more. Really try to get up off of those shoulders. Bring your elbow higher than the height of your kneecap. You're trying to reach up and get those shoulders off the mat. Slow and control. Finish both sides equally, and then pull your knees into your chest. One more time. Okay, from here, we're going right to swan, okay? Right to swan. So we're gonna set up today so that our palms are stacked, and you're going to rest your forehead down on your palms. This is just gonna be a little prep we're gonna do to activate the back line of our body before we try to do our swan. So separate the legs a little bit and find turnouts. So the heels are turned in, toes are slightly turned out. We're in external rotation. Pull your belly away from the mat. Now, shoulders are out of your ears. I want you to think about pressing the tops of your feet down into the mat, like driving them down. And then really pulling up on your kneecaps and finding your quads, okay? But really still pressing your pubic bone into the mat if you can. So now we've activated the front of your body, really pressing down with those feet, pulling your kneecaps up and away from the mat. Okay, now from here, see if you can lift just your right leg up. Keep all that activation, keep that leg long and stretched. So think about it's reaching away. It's not about the lift, because we want that leg to be long. Finding the glute hamstring connection to lift the leg up, then set it down and try the other side. So really pressing down the foot that's staying on the mat as you lift up that other leg, pressing your hip, your pelvis into the mat and reaching that leg as long as you can. So you want your legs long, okay? So if you look up at me for just a second, lower down. Oftentimes, when we lift up and we're squeezing our butt too much, we bend the knees. That happens. I want that length. So I really want you to think about trying to push your pubic bone down. Stretch your legs out nice and long. Okay. Let's bring our hands to just about the outside of your mat. Okay, elbows stretching back. We're still in that external rotation. On your next inhale, you're gonna lift up into your swan prep. So it's an inhale, you're just lifting your chest up. Okay, back of the neck stays long. Think about making a little bit of a double chin with your neck and your chin. And then exhale brings you down. Come up to your working level. So it's an inhale that brings you up. Shoulder blades are gliding down into your back pockets. Ribs are pulled up and in, belly is pulled in, and then exhale brings you down. Inhale, lift up and hold. Let's look to our right. Roll your head and neck down around to the left and look center. Now look left, down around to the right and look center. Roll all the way down. Bring your hands in a little closer on your mat. And we'll start out with just a rocking swan, going into a swan dive prep or a full swan dive, whatever works for you. So watch me one time, okay? So either staying with just the simple up and down that we've already practiced, or you rock forward like a teeter-totter and rock back. Keeping those legs locked, so they're not bent like this, right? Stretching out. Otherwise, hover the hands, shoot them out, or full rocking. And then press back, so you choose. Rocking on your pelvis. Pull those biceps back past your ears if you can. Yes, you guys. Get those legs up there. Awesome. Nice, Jerry. He's doing the worm. Sit back, you guys. Take a child's pose. Okay, so walk your hands over to the right. Get a little side body stretch here. And then when you're ready, just walk over to the other side. Just really getting a nice stretch on both side lines. Stretch out that QL and those obliques. Good. Now we're setting up for our side kick series, you guys. Okay, so find your right hip. Okay, find your right hip. And then line yourself up with the back of your mat. Okay, option here, bicep and ear aligned, or you're up, supporting your head and neck with your hand, or you've got both up. Okay, so we've got shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Upper body has to stay still. That's the key to this whole piece here. You're just moving that lower body, trying to keep the hips from hiking. Okay, so that top leg is always extending long, trying to lengthen past the bottom to keep those hips aligned. Okay, pull those abdominals in, use your front hand for support if you want. Pick up both legs, bring them to the front of the mat. Lower the bottom foot down, push your heel into the mat. Front leg or top leg, excuse me, is at hip height. Let's go front and back to start. So let's go flex forward and point to go back. So remember, it's a big kick, then a little extra reach, and then point to go back. Gotta get rid of my power circle or my foam roller. 3 more. Find that big stretch through your quad and your hip flexor to go back. And then we'll bring both legs to stack again. From here, staying at hip height, really pointing those toes. I want you to just start to rotate around your hip here. So bringing the leg forward to parallel and then finding external rotation. Trying to keep everything else nice and still. You're just rotating. Each time maybe going a little bit further. Finding those glutes. And then we'll stay with the external rotation. Okay, and we go up and flex to come down. Point up, flex down. Point, flex. Try to bring your quad as close to your shoulder as you can. 2 more. And hold, pointing those toes, keeping that external rotation. You're gonna trace the inside of your leg, bringing your toe to your knee, then your knee to your shoulder, then extend that leg up and go all the way down. This is our passe. So we've got toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend and lengthen. Toe to knee, knee to shoulder, extend and lengthen. Last time. And hold. We're going right into our big circles or our rond de jambe. So find parallel with that leg at hip height. Then from here, we bring the leg forward. It starts to lift up and go back behind us without letting your front shoulder tip forward. And then it sweeps forward. It opens up towards the ceiling. It goes to the back. And then it circles forward again one more time, and then we'll reverse it. So bring it all the way forward. Now sweep it back. Hold that line, hold that extension. Don't change the leg, just lift it up. And then it comes forward, and it stretches back. Hit that line, hold it, start to lift it. Don't rotate in the hip joint, just lift it up. Bring it forward. One more time. Good. All the way back. Take just a quick little stretch here, pressing it back, pushing, pushing. Good. And then we'll bring the leg forward for bicycle. So we've got forward, and then we bring our heel to our glute, send the leg back, finding that nice, beautiful stretch. Sweep the leg around. We're at hip height. Heel to glute, and then extend that leg back. One more time this direction. Now this time that leg's gonna sweep back, bend the knee, heel comes to the glutes, extend the leg forward. Try to bring your toes as close to your nose as you can. Big stretch here. Last one. Stretch it back, hold it, reach back, grab your foot. Try to find a deeper stretch here by pushing your foot into your hand, pulling that leg back. Then bring it forward. And if you can, grab the backside of your ankle, bring that leg up and pull your forehead towards your knee and shin. Bring it all the way back. Now, stack your palms on your forehead. You're gonna lift up both legs, bring them to the back of your mat. Roll onto your belly, but keep your head lifted for beats on your belly. Heels go apart together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lower down. Let's go to the other hip. Same sequence. So set up however you're going to set up. Both legs come to the forward diagonal of your mat. Ribs are in. Hips and shoulders are stacked. You should have a little house for a mouse underneath your hip here, okay? On the side that's on the mat, because you're lifted and that top leg is extending long. So let's come up to hip height. We've got big kick, little reach, extend it to the back. Big kick, little reach, extend it to the back. Big kick, little, and back. 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Bring the legs together. Now let's do that little rotation. We've got parallel to an internal rotation to external. Keeping everything nice and still. You're just moving the muscles around that femur bone, feeling that hip joint. Get a little lubrication there as you rotate internal to external. Find external rotation and hold. We've got up and down. Up, flex it down. You want to feel like you're moving through molasses here. You're resisting the leg down. It's just a little bit slower down than it was coming up. 2 more from here. Good, now we've got our big circles or our rond de jambes. Okay, so we're going to go forward at hip height. Bring the leg up towards the ceiling. Send it back behind you. And then sweep it forward again. and up, and back, forward, up. Oh, I forgot passe, we'll come back to that. Oops. Okay, go to the back now, sweep that leg back, hit that line, get that stretch. Lift the leg up, 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 keep that hip in the same position. Good, and then all the way back. Hold that line. Try to lift up without rotating in that hip joint. You should be feeling a lot of glute. This could be super small. Go all the way back. Find that line one more time. Good. Bring the legs together. We're going to go back to passe. So we're in external rotation. Okay, we've got toe to knee to shoulder. Extend from the hamstring and all the way down. Toe to knee to shoulder. Extend from the hamstring all the way down. 2 more. Keep those abdominals pulled in. Shoulders down. Good. Now we'll go back to our bicycle. So the legs coming up to hip height again. We'll sweep the leg forward. You bend your knee, pulling your heel towards your glute. You extend the leg back. Hit that line, find that stretch, and then bring it forward. Try not to let that top shoulder roll forward. Try to stay stacked. Shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip. Come forward, hold, sweep it back. Bend the knee, heel to glute. Bring the leg forward. Sweep it back. Bend, heel to glute. Last one. We're gonna go all the way to the back. Pick up that top hand, grab the back foot, take a little stretch here, push into your hand if you want, pull that leg even more, and then bring it forward. Grab the outside of the ankle if you can, pull yourself into your leg. I'm gonna cramp in my glute on my bottom side. Good. Let's roll onto our bellies one more time. So stack the palms, turn over, and you've got your beads on the belly again for 8, 7, 6, stay lifted, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, stay lifted. Can you get even higher? And then lower all the way down. Push up onto your hands and knees to back for child's pose. All right. When you're ready, we're going to come back up and grab our hand weights. All right. So we're going into our teasers. So if you don't know what a teaser is, yogis, it's kind of like a boat pose, okay? And there's different variations. So let's start out. I'm going to rely on you guys to do the variations and the modifications that you need for your body, okay? We're going to have weights in hand, palms and weights up. Starting flat on your back as if you're on your reformer, on your carriage bed. Okay, you take that deep breath in to prepare, and on your exhale, you come right up into your teaser. So head, neck, and shoulders, arms and legs come up at the same time, and you're reaching up towards your toes. Chest is lifted. Belly is scooped back. See if you can tuck your tail just a little bit more and lift a little bit higher. Good, and then slowly you articulate down, one vertebrae at a time. Your legs and your arms are coming down at the same pace. And as you come down, you're pulling those abdominals into your lower back, head and heels meet the mat at the same time. So let's do that again. Remember, you can do a single leg, 1 foot planted, 1 knee bent, whatever you need to do. I'll do that variation this time. So from here, I'm inhaling and then exhaling to come up. So if you need to keep 1 foot down, you can, or you know you could always bend knees, right? So we're holding here and then lowering down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Really try to pull your belly down into your back as you lower down with control. We're gonna come up this time and we'll hold, do some nice arm circles. So take your breath to prepare, and on your exhale, you're rising up. Good, arm circles can be as big as you want. Chest is lifted. Circling in the other direction. And then hold and reach and lower down. Tuck that tail. Dig your tailbone a little place in your mat as you come down. You know we're going back up one more time. So take that breath to find your preparation. And then on your exhale, you're going to come up and hold. Biceps are going to come up towards your ears, palms facing away. Legs go down and up. Down and up. Pull that abdominal and belly back as the legs come up. Good. Now, palms to face up, reach, and lower down. Woo! Take a stretch. Arms and legs are reaching away from each other in opposition here. Good. We're going to bring those hand weights down to the side now. Take a nice roll up to come up to a seated position and a stretch over. Just take a minute, relaxing over your legs as if there's like a pillow on top of your head that you're literally just melting into. And when you're ready, we're going to find our foam rollers or our balls. So you could do this next series with a ball or with the foam roller. I'm going to use my foam roller since I have it. Okay. And the foam roller is going to come underneath your sacrum. Okay, so not your lower back, not your lower back. You're going to bring it under your sacrum. So if you have a ball, bring the ball underneath your sacrum, and you're going to press down as if you're trying to almost pop the ball or really kind of put some extra pressure on that foam roller, okay? Make sure you're in a good position here. You don't want to be arching your back at all. If anything, you're in a little bit of a pelvic tuck, okay? And then I'm going to bring my hands to the outside of my roller. If you don't have a roller, bring your hands down to your sides. Find that energy of reaching the fingertips long, okay? Almost trying to pull apart your mat a little bit or stretch it like taffy with your hands, okay? And then from here, let's just straighten the legs and bring them up. We're going to start by just tipping the legs away, keeping the pelvis completely still. So don't arch your back, tip your pelvis, just go as far as you can without changing the shape of your body. So it's just that hip joint that's allowing the legs to move freely. The trunk of your body stays the same. So think about wrapping your seat, finding those glutes and hamstrings as the legs tip away, and then sink the belly to lift them back up. Okay, one more time. Inhale away. And exhale up. This should be a pretty small range of motion because your pelvis is staying completely still. Now from here, we tip the legs away and open for some circles. You can start to make your circles bigger. The nice thing about being on the ball or the foam roller, and make sure you're working from Pilates V, so heels come together every time, find that V shape with your feet, is that you can get negative or inverted and get that deep, deep stretch, okay? But as long as you can keep the control of your upper body, no arching of your back, let's go the other way, out, around, and up. Always trying to keep that trunk and your pelvis as still as possible. Pelvic stability is what we're going for over range of motion. It's not about how big your circles are. This is not a stretch. I mean, it is stretching, but it's about stability right now. Bring the legs up. Let's scissor. So we've got right leg is going to go back. Left leg is going to go forward. Hold. Now I want you to try to stretch those legs away from each other. Send energy out through your toes, forward and back. As the legs come to meet in the center, the heels give each other a little kiss, and you go the other way. You're going to hold. Now try to find that deep, deep, deep stretch. Pushing your sacrum down into your ball or your roller, and then coming up to switch. Start to move a little bit faster. Keep those ribs connected. Let's move into helicopter. So we've got scissor, scissor, helicopter, and switch the legs. Scissor, scissor, helicopter, switch the legs. So whatever leg was forward and whatever leg was back, we just switch them. Let them circle away from each other to switch. And you can pick it up. Switch, switch, helicopter, switch, switch, helicopter, switch, switch. Whatever tempo works for you. Trying to keep everything else nice and still. One more. Bring the legs back up to meet. Reposition your roller or your ball if you feel like you kind of shifted a little bit. Okay. We're going to bring the right knee in towards us and extend the left leg away. Start to bring your left toes towards the mat as you bend your knee. That right leg is going up, left knee is coming in. This is another variation of bicycle. So again, because we're on a ball or a roller, you can get that inverted and that nice big stretch through the hip flexor and the thigh. And if it doesn't work to bring your toes to the mat, just get them as close as you can. Okay, if you want to try a more advanced version of the bicycle, you could take your roller out, jackknife up, bring your hands under your hip, hold your pelvis in your hand, and do it without. I'm holding my pelvis literally in my hand, almost tipping it away from me. Let's go the other direction. So go the other direction. Last one. I'm going to roll my spine down. Grab my roller. Pull your knees into your chest. And from here, we are going to go into our rollover. So tip your legs away. This is a great way to practice rollover if you're tight in your back, using something to prop you up in the morning. Okay, I'm going to bring my palms flat and roll over. Now push down with your hands. See if you can let your pelvis go back even a little bit further over towards your shoulders. And then roll your spine down and bring your sacrum back to your roller. Tip your legs away. Go back into your rollover. Push your palms down. Again, a great way to do the rollover. Even I'm tight first thing in the morning, so I grab my roller, usually if I'm going to do like the rollover. Good. Now from here, you can keep doing this or lower it down and just hold with your knees into your chest. I'm going to give a little advancement here. And this is not going to be for everybody, okay? So I'm going to go from my rollover, and I'm going to jackknife my legs up, so we know the jackknife. From here, I'm going to let my hands leave the roller and bring them behind me. This is our balance control for those of you that know this. I'm going to bring my right foot down, and as I do, I'm stretching my left leg up and pressing back, finding that hamstring connection. Then I bring my legs together to meet, and my other leg is coming down. I'm pushing that top leg back, both legs lifting up and down. Control balance here. And then when I'm done, I'll bring my hand back around my roller, set my sacrum back down, pull my knees into my chest. And then let that roller come out. And we'll set it aside. Okay, set your roller aside. So we're going to come onto our bellies for rocking. So come onto your bellies. I am a sweaty mess. Now, for rocking, you'll bring your hands out in front of you. Bend your right knee, pulling your heel to your glute. Really trying to lift your knee and your thigh away from your mat and bring your right hand back to grab the outside of your foot. Now, same thing on the other side. Try to really engage that left leg as you bend the knee and pull that leg away from the mat. Now this is like swan. You want to keep your head from bobbling. Keep that length in the back of your neck. Take a big breath in and press your hands or your feet into your hands and lift your chest away from the mat and try to lift up. And then exhale, lower down. Cheryl, if I remember correctly, you like this one a lot. Inhale to lift up. Pushing your feet into your hands, lifting your chest away from your mat, and then lower down. Now we're going to take this into the rocking version, but you don't have to do this if this does not work for your body. Okay, so to rock, you'll lift up on your inhale, exhale forward, inhale up, pushing into your hands. And then lower down. Set back into child's pose, except let's keep that tail tucked, belly scooped. So try to find more of that low back stretch. See if you can tuck your tail between your legs even more. Big, big stretch in the lower back. And then walk your hands back out. Hands to the outsides of your shoulders. Legs are coming together. Find your Pilates V from the balls of your feet. And from here, in one movement, let's push right up into leg pull front support or plank. So on your inhale, push up. Your heels are together. You're in a Pilates plank here. Okay, belly scooping up. Again, it's like your hands or your arms are a goalpost. And you're energetically pulling your toes forward through that goalpost. And you're just gonna hold here. And then go down for a nice tricep push-up, shoulders out of your ears. Down for one, and up. Down for two, and up. Always coming to knees or whatever modification you need. Down for three, and up. Coming to your knees. Sit back onto your bottom. Come to the top of your mat. Let's finish with seal. One last rolling exercise to stand. So seal to stand so we can get back to the top of the mat. Bringing the hands to prayer position, diving down, grabbing the outside of the ankles. Legs come up. We've got 1, 2, 3, roll back, head stays off the mat. Use those inner thighs. Little adduction rather. And then when you're ready, come to standing. You know the options. You don't have to do it the same way I did it. Good. All right. We're going to do a nice little stretch to finish here. Okay. So we're coming down onto one knee. Bringing your hands to the front side. And actually, let's start with the toes down. I'm really just trying to get into that front line. See if you can tuck your tail even a little bit more and pull up on the front of your body. So you're pulling those abdominals up, shoulders are going back. Take some nice breaths here. Get a little longer, so feel like your puppet master's pulling you up to the ceiling by the string on the top of your head. Now we'll bring those toes down. Lift your knee up. Keep your body at the same height. Lower your knee back down. Lift your knee up and try to straighten your leg. Lower down. Lift up. Hold. Straighten your front leg. Bring your hands to the mat in front of you. Square off your hips and try to push your back heel down. Pull yourself into that leg. Good. Then bend your front knee again. Bring your hands to your thigh. Stand all the way up. Come through center. And let's go to the other side. So hands are on that thigh, bringing your knee down and toes flat first. Finding that nice work into your hip flexors and your thigh. So tucking the tail, pulling the front of the body up and trying to just tip the pelvis a little bit more to get deeper into the stretch here. Then we'll come to the balls of the feet. Pick your knee up. Try to keep your body at the same height. Lower your knee down. Pick it up. Lower it down. Pick it up. Lower it down. Pick it up and hold. Straighten your front leg. Square off your hips. So you should feel like your back hip, which should be your right hip, I think. Whatever foot's back, that hip is really kind of reaching forward. And the leg that's in front, my left leg, that hip is reaching back. So really try to square off. Pull yourself in. And then bend your front knee. Bring your hands back to your thigh. Sink a little bit lower. Stand all the way up. Come to center. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale. Plie down. Inhale up. Exhale. Plie down. A couple more times. Reconnecting with your breath again here. Slowing things down a little bit. As you plie, really think about trying to push or pull those knees open back. Is there something's behind your knees and you're trying to press into it? Last time. Keep the legs straight, bring the arms down, heel toe your feet together on your mat. We're in our Pilates V. From here, we will bring our arms all the way up. One more time, finding that balance again, wrapping the seat, inner thighs and heels squeezing. I'm gonna step off my mat for this actually, and lift up into releve, so heels off of the mat. All you're going to do is rotate towards the back and lower your heels down. So my legs are twisted. Now I'm going to reach my right hand towards my right leg, but my right leg is on my left side. So it's kind of weird. Same arm as leg. Find a nice stretch. Come back, arms overhead to releve. Heels together and down. Now heels come up one more time. Pull that belly in. Rotate to the back. Heels go down. And you'll bring left arm to left leg, but the left leg is on the right side. Try to reach as far beyond it as you can. And then bring your arms back up. Heels should come together. Hold this position. Keep the releve, but bring the arms down. Inner thighs, heels squeezing, ribs are pulled in. Everything is connected. Big breath to grow taller, and on your exhale, slowly lower your heels down with control. Nice work. We're all done.